Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Insomniac Soup. How are you doing tonight? Good to see y'all. Glad that you're come or will be here. So I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna start my anthem song. So bear with me. No, it's not karaoke, but damn it, I feel good. So here we go. Riding down the highway, going to a show, stopping on the byways, playing rock and roll, getting robbed, getting stoned, getting beat up, broken bone, getting hot, touched. I tell you folks, it's harder than it looks. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. If you think it's easy doing one night stand, try playing in a rock and roll band. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Hotel, motel, make you wanna cry. Made it to the hot cell. Know the reason why. Get it gross, get it great, get it ripped off, underpaid, get it sold second hand. That's how it goes playing in a rockin' band. Long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. If you wanna be a star on the stage and scream, look out, it's rough and mean. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. It's a long way. It's a long way. It's a long way. Such a long way. To the top if you want to rock and roll. Hello, everybody. That's just how I like to start it up, just because it's exciting. It's exciting, and it's great to be alive, and it's great to be here putting on this show for y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jason Lee Tucker, and hello, my friend Son of Redshirt. Good to see you. Hello there, Kai MFS. That's how I open up my show, because we're living in exciting times these days. That's right. That's right. Because that I've adapted that song as my anthem, and damn it, I feel good and I'm happy and thrilled. God damn it, I gotta rock. I gotta open the show in a new type of way, right? Right. So I figured, why not adapt that as my anthem and play that? So, I'm glad you're all here. Good to see you. Hey there, uh, Viking Doug. Great to see you again. And Spooky. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How's your all day been so far in this week? Oh, yeah, I know we're getting already midway to the halfway point in April already. Can you believe it? I know this Friday is Good Friday. Yeah, uh, and Easter Sunday. By the way, I'm doing Kung Fu theater, Kung Fu Fridays. Well, I'll be playing a Kung Fu movie. This Since it's Good Friday and I just wanted a fun Kung Fu type movie. This Friday we'll be playing the classic from the early 2000s, Kung Fu Hustle. Come stop by or watch it, or at least come drop by and tell your pal Jedi Bill, hey, whoever shows up, we'll just have some fun watching uh, a good kung fu movie. It's not well. It's funny and it has kung fu in it. Uh, hey, Philip Gaming, good to see you. Good to see you. I was gonna put the link in the chat for anybody who wants to join me. I'm just marveling in the times. Because I honestly, when I started this YouTube channel 3 years ago, I never thought that I would be possible even to get where I am. So it's truly amazing thing, and I have all of you wonderful, great people out there to thank, and I'm completely humbled for each and every one of you. And it's just I'm just having a great time when I do these streams. I'm trying to work out some consistency, but hey, they are what they are. Okay, there's a link to the chat if anybody wishes to. Oh shoot! I just closed out my wrong channel. Yeah. Okay. And here, I'll pin that to the top. Pin message. There we go. Now it's pinned. Hey there, T-Day Doug or Viking Doug. That's weird.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
You are? Awesome.
Yeah.
So how's your week been so far?
It's been good.
Glad to hear it. Guess we lost a celebrity, Guilford Godfrey. He's like 67. Seems pretty young.
Yeah, so I recently uploaded 2 shorts on my channel.
Sorry, you got an upload to your channel. Put out a
Yeah,
new video.
I have 2 shorts uploaded.
Oh, cool. Definitely should check that. Let me see if I can get that in the chat for you, or get it out there. Uh, uh, I'll get the link in video. Okay. I'll just link your channel, and then that way people can
Sure.
go there and check your videos out, and hopefully give you a subscription, man. Hey, Keely Chow, good to see you. Okay, so that's the link to Viking Doug's channel. Go check out his channel and give him a subscription, and watch those new videos.
One of them is a reference to Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Uh-huh. Hey, Keely Chow and Phil TMP, good to see you. How you doing this evening, Jason Lee Tucker? Statement. You, last weekend was that WrestleMania. How was that? I don't know. Do you guys watch? Do you watch WrestleMania? I think I heard that. I don't know. Maybe it was The Rock. I don't know why Rock would get back into wrestling after it's been a while since he's wrestled. I think I heard that. Yeah. Keely Chow, roll tide. I'm doing very well, my friend. Yeah, roll tide, brother. Roll tide. Hmm. Oh, and if you guys check out Kai, he's also got a late night program coming up here in I think an hour, or is it? Uh, Hang on, let me move some things here. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. I know I was sleeping on the job over here. No, I don't, not sleep, but just behind in what I'm doing here. No, Stone Cold, no Stone Cold, not The Rock, says Philip Gaming. Huh.
Mm.
Worst Stone Cold Stunner ever. Is that what happened? Oh no, I didn't.
Mm.
It's been a while since I watched any type of wrestling. And It looks like Jason Lee said, yes, it was. How are you doing, Phil? Philip, both Phils. Philip TNT and Phil. We got the two Phils in the chat. Philip Gaming and Phil TMT. Vince Stunner, it was. Did Vince McMahon do a stunner? I don't remember. It's like I said, it's been ages since.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, nothing. I just noticed my name change was awful.
Yeah, I saw you earlier on Mora Kitty's live stream.
Oh, yeah. I didn't quite notice I had my name changed before.
Did you change it? Did you change it back or just the original?
It's just for this.
Oh, okay. So, what TV shows are you watching? Are you watching any TV shows? I don't know.
I don't watch much TV anymore. I just play video games a lot of time.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What games are you into, man?
I'm playing Skyrim right now.
Skyrim.
Yeah, and I'm also a fan of Assassin's Creed and other games.
Oh, this
Was it?
This is your first time joining my stream. Welcome, by the way.
Of course.
It's it's truly great to have you here, man. I know you were one of my very few couple of subscribers. So.
Oh, right. Well, I just only mustered up enough courage to do this. I'm kind of camera shy as well.
No worries. You don't have to. You don't have to turn on your camera. You could keep the avatar up. That's fine.
Of course.
Yeah. There's want you to be comfortable and have a great time, and you're on the Jedi Bill's Insomniac Soup show. Can you believe this is what episode? This is like my what did I say? 79th show. Hey there, pop culture curator. And they call me nobody. Good to see ya. How are you doing, my friends? Always great to see you, gentlemen, in the chat. I hope you're. If you're, I know this is a late show, but that's why it's entitled the Insomniac Soup, because we go late, and then the show is notorious for running more than a couple hours. This Insomniac Soup used to run almost the whole course of the night. Nowadays, we go as long as we have to. And that would be my dog Brady barking at something. I don't know what.
Yeah, I'll have to join you on one of your karaoke streams sometime.
Yeah. I am, as you know, I now host karaoke on Wednesday, and then the after hours show because it uh, follows the Rambling Canuck karaoke stream. And hello there, 900 subs for sweet Jet Ivy. Hey there, son of Red Shirt.
Happy 900 subscribers to Bill. In spite of being a pill, he's pushed that YouTube boulder uphill.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you do it, Bill? Congratulations, Billy.
Like I said, it's a long road to the top if you want to get to where I am. It just takes work, effort.
I get it. When you hit 899 subscribers, you lose all humility. Did you hear that, folks? Been a long road to the top where I am now, on top of everything. It's nice to have guys like Doomcock and Critical Drinker and Gary look up to me and ask me for advice. But
no. It's just, this is just one. This is just like the first hill. This is just we haven't quite reached the summit yet. We're on our way, and we're so close. So,
that's right.
We're going to keep going. That's what the thing. I'm going to keep going is to see how many different summits we can reach. Okay. How if you're a mountain hiker or climber, the tippy top of all summits to reach is Everest, and Everest kills people. It literally kills people. People have died trying to reach the summit of Everest. So
people have died coming down from the summit of Everest. I just watched. Right. Yeah, that's the absolute truth. Mountain climbing is mother effing dangerous, but very rewarding, as I understand it. I can't say I've ever partaken in any real mountain climbing, but I've taken the, what do they call that thing when you go skiing, that chairlift thing or whatever? I've taken that to the top. So I know exactly what you mean, Bill. Yes, I do. No, I haven't a clue. I don't know. But yes, mountain climbing is freaky dangerous. And D-Day Doug. Been a while since I've seen you, Kat. How are you?
I'm doing
well. This is Viking Doug. Am I correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. Is D-Day Doug your wrestling name? I know you guys were talking about wrestling a little while ago. That's a great wrestler name if it is.
Oh no, I named it after Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. His was D-Day Cobra.
Oh, I get you. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Oh my gosh, did Raquel SSG just pop into the chat?
Yep, there's Raquel.
Yes, she did. And what did she say to you, Bill?
Thank you, Raquel. She says, congrats on the 900 subs. Yep.
And she's also got her party hat on. There you go.
Yeah. That's right.
I know. Good to see you, Raquel.
I woke up this morning, this morning, and I look at my stuff, and I think today is when I programmed all my upcoming shows, and I was like, holy cow, 900! It's like wow, that's amazing, right?
Hyper cool. Yeah. Hyper cool, buddy, and you deserve it. You've been working hard for it. What was it, like 2 weeks ago? You had your 800 or
850.
850.
It seems like it almost seems like a week ago, but I think it was almost 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
What was it like? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did anyone see DeLorean Motor Company is coming back shortly?
What?
Wonderful.
DeLorean?
They went out of business several years ago.
Yeah.
A couple of decades ago, yeah.
I didn't hear that one. I know if Anybody
Yeah,
who owns a DeLorean is simply because the Back to the Future movies, and they want
of
the
course.
movie themed
Although
car.
they had some controversy with their CEO. That's why they went out of business.
Oh.
But
Well,
someone
when you
bought them
say
up.
controversy, are you talking about how they used to sell a DeLorean as a packaging, as a briefcase for like $2 million worth of cocaine? Is
Oh,
that the
exactly.
little hiccup in the road?
Exactly.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, you remember that. Yeah, that's a hell of a way to buy your cocaine, wrapped in a big cute car. That, from what I understand, never really ran all that great. And those gull wing doors would have a habit of the piston in them or something would give out. They were notorious for that, if I'm not mistaken. But it sure looked cool in Back to the Future.
Exactly.
Made me want to have one.
Yeah, that's like I think on a lot of people's list of movie cars I would like to have.
Oh, sure. If you had Jay Leno kind of money, and that guy's got an impressive car collection. Say what you will about the man as a comedian. He knows his cars.
I think he had a show on NBC called Jay Leno's Garage, where sometimes he would show his cars.
Oh, well, yeah, I think that was the big draw, is that he would take a car out every day or every episode, and explain, the Aston Martin was a great car and it was built in 1965 and it was
he would get
James Bond film.
You would get some celebrity and they would go for like a ride in one of the cars.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
When you have an extravagant lifestyle and you're paid well, you could have toys. You could have toys like that,
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'd ask you, gentlemen, and also all the good people here in the chat today, the three cars from the 1980s that I remember the best: the DeLorean, Magnum PI's Ferrari.
Oh yes, Ferrari. Yeah.
And the Tim Burton Batmobile from 1989's Batman. So that qualifies as the 80s, right?
Yeah, those are good choices.
I'd have to also if it were like a top 5 list, you'd have to put the A-Team van on there.
Okay, I was going for cars, but okay, yeah, stretch it out to vans too. Fair enough. Yeah. The A-Team van.
Well, movie car, TV show car, and
right.
And of course, the General Lee.
I was waiting for you to say the General Lee.
The General Lee has got to be on that top 5.
That's what I thought you were going to say instead of the A-Team van, but yeah.
Yeah.
Out of those 5 vehicles, gentlemen, and all the good people in the chat, which would you like to own if you could only choose one? And I don't mean a flying DeLorean that goes back in time, just a regular old DeLorean. Just to take that out of the equation before anybody says, oh, well, I take the car that could time travel. And no, I just mean out of those 5 iconic 80s vehicles that most of us grew up with and remember, most of us here tonight grew up with and remember. What is it for you? Is it Batman's 1989 Tim Burton Batmobile? Remember the long stretched out roadster he had, which was actually, I think, a Lincoln. If you took it out, it was a Lincoln chassis and engine in the thing. It was a V8, but I remember seeing it at a car show once and it'd be like top speed, unknown, right? Unknown. Get it out on the fucking road. You're going to find out with all that fiberglass kit on it, it probably only goes about 100 at best. Still, great movie car. The General Lee, super cool, no doubt. Magnum PI's Ferrari, the DeLorean, and A-Team's van. What van was that? Was that a GMC? Does anybody remember?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, GMC DeLorean, yep.
Pop culture, the Munster car is a great choice, pal.
Yeah.
And I can see a lot of people saying
Yep.
the Dragula as well. However,
Uh-huh.
both were from the 60s, I do believe. So they don't qualify for 80s cool cars. But the Grandpa's Dragula. Yeah, that's it. Grandpa's Dragula.
Yeah. And
I think mine would be the General Lee.
welcome, low spec Linux laptop. Good to see you, my friend.
Low specs. How you doing? So the General Lee for D-Day Doug. Okay, cool choice. Bill, what are you thinking?
That Maverick PI red Ferrari.
Magnum's Ferrari.
Yeah.
That would probably be my go-to too out of that short list. I mean, the Batmobile would be a fun nostalgic thing
Yeah.
to own, but boy, what a bitch to insure
Oh,
that car.
you
could never
and-
take it on the road.
Yeah, and then we could have like the honorable mentions. It would be like if it were a top 10 list. The Bandits Trans Am, the black Trans Am.
Right, but wasn't
the
Smokey
Eagle.
and the Bandit in 1978?
Yeah, but I think it carried over into the 80s. I think.
Okay, if we're talking the sequels, then I guess
think-
that qualifies.
Yeah, I think the sequel was in the 80s.
There's also
Sure.
the Lotus from The Spy Who Loved Me. That was a pretty car. Remember the White Lotus? Roger Moore's White Lotus? The Spy Who Loved Me, that came out, what was that, 1980? Pop culture probably remembers better than I do.
Yeah, he was a good Bond, but I'm a Sean Connery guy.
Yeah, okay, but we're talking about cars.
Oh,
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm
And I
just
mean, with
saying.
Connery, you had the original Aston Martin, but my God, what a pretty little car that was. They Call Me Nobody chimes in with Kit's Trans Am. Or, sorry, Kit's Trans Am. Kit,
Yeah.
the Trans Am.
Yep. That's another one. The Knight
Mhm.
Rider.
Yeah, that's right. Had
Had that little eye that moved back and forth.
That's right. The little Cylon eye. Remember? Because that came out like 2 years after Battlestar Galactica closed. And as a kid, that's all I could get my head around. It's got the same light in the front as the Cylon eyes. Oh, that's so cool. That's supposed to be the scanner. Youch. Billy, you feedbacking us?
Am I feedbacking?
Yeah.
Why?
Just kind of whack a feedback. The
I-
truckster from Vacation.
The trucksters from a family
Remember that-
sport wagon.
Yeah. And it's got the real wood
This is a
paneling down
great
the side.
family vehicle.
He can't find the gas tank to the thing. Oh, that was hilarious. Great.
Hey,
The lovely Sherry.
the lovely
Sorry,
Sherry. Always great to see you, lovely Sherry. Always great to see you here.
Most assuredly.
Hmm.
The truckster from Vacation. I mean, Pop, if that's your choice, my hat's off to you. Way to go. And
Yeah. Uh,
Bill doesn't feedback eat barebacks.
No.
Maybe the problem's on my end because you've gone really robotic right now. Can you hear me okay?
I've gone robotic.
Oh, but it could be only to me because I'm talking on my phone. So
Okay, I'm checking my audio right now. My audio, I do have audio issues, especially because I run it through my audio through a program. So I
Right.
often have to adjust my audio. Like sometimes my audio could be coming through my mic, my webcam, of all places. Let me see. And
Good
right,
choice. They Call Me Nobody.
right now it's coming through my USB mic, so
Good
should
All right.
be- we should be good. I should be coming
Good.
very clearly. One of these days, I'm gonna invest in a new mic. Had the same mic this whole time. Hey there, the Random Menace is in the house. What's up, Joseph Petrick the Random Menace. Great to
Great
see
name.
you. Yeah. Yeah. He's known as in many circles. He's known as the Random Menace, but AKA Joseph Petrick.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Call Me Nobody picks Ghostbusters Cadillac Ambulance.
Oh yeah, the Ecto One. The Ecto One. That's yeah, right up there of a top tippy top movie.
I don't know why I had that in my head that they drove a hearse. Like, absolutely sure that I thought they drove a hearse. Like,
It could be. It probably might have been a hearse.
I mean, there seemed to be like an irony there that they go chasing ghosts in a car built to take dead people to the gravesite. You know.
Yeah.
But it is entirely possible, because I wasn't alive in those days. The Ecto One or whatever, I do believe, and maybe one or two older guys from the audience to be able to help me out there. I think it was they used those cars as ambulances and hearses back in the 50s, 60s, early 70s, and then they started adopting vans because they were a little more, well, roomy, obviously. But
it was a Cadillac Hearst, says Pop Culture.
But was it a Patty Hearst?
Yeah. It was a...
Okay, for jokes that fall flat this evening, I take the lead.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Excuse me. What about the girls? We haven't heard from them. Ladies, what would you drive?
Yeah.
80s cars. Come on, you've seen your 80s movies. You know what we're talking about.
Well, are we stopping just at movies, or is it also TV? Because we were talking TV.
Oh,
show
well, no, yeah,
cars,
you're right.
too.
You're right. The
Movies and TV shows. Yeah.
Rockford's Gold Trans Am would, I guess, fit in there. Hearst is an aftermarket shifter. Hearse hauls the dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. They call me nobody.
And Patty Hearst was
love the
by
new
city
Avatar.
named-
Look, check out that new Avatar he's got there.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, it's a cowboy skull with a
Yeah, you're looking on a computer. I'm looking on my tablet. I've got the YouTube open on a tablet.
It's a smoking.
Oh, there it is.
Skull with a with a cowboy hat, smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, that is the Marlboro Man as he is today.
Yeah. 6 feet under and long forgotten by most people. I know.
Al Bundy's Dodge.
Al Bundy's Dodge. That certainly qualifies as an 80s TV show car.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You're ready?
I know it's not 80s, but the Green Hornet.
Black Beauty.
Black Beauty.
Yeah.
That movie was
Black
trash.
Yeah, but that car was motherfucking cool. Even in the movie, the car was cool. TV show.
That's true.
Car was I'm trying to remember what it was. I used to know this. What was the Green Hornet built on? It wasn't a Cadillac. Maybe it was a Lincoln.
Shoot. They call me nobody. You should come up here and give us some of your car knowledge. The link's at the top, brother. If you can chime in for a moment.
The Dodge. I remember when Al Bundy had to get rid of the Dodge. There was an episode or something, and they gave him a Dodge Viper, and it only lasted one episode. He had it taken away from him.
Man.
Then I think the next car he got, I just remember this one line because I laughed out loud where he's talking about the new car, and Peggy is like, gee, Al, you're home early. He says, oh, yeah. He says, this new Dodge is great. He said, it's so light, I can almost pull it rather than push it.
Welcome, they call me nobody. How you doing, sir?
See here, I gotta try
The
to.
Black Beauty in the 60s series was
Yeah.
based on a 66 or 67 Lincoln.
Okay.
As you all know, most likely the Batmobile of the same era was a GTO.
GTO.
As was, if you look at, you ever seen the Raiders coach? It's a chopped up.
Chopped up.
Al Bundy's car, by the way, was 1977 Dodge Dart.
Dodge Dart.
Dodge
Wow.
Dart.
Wow.
That I drove a Dodge, but mine was the mine was only like a temporary car. My first car was a '77 Camaro, and I just lucked into that because I grew up working in my old man's auto body shop, and he bought that car for me and hid it around the back. And I saw it and I was like, Dad, what are you doing with that car? I said, no, that car's for sale. Get your mind off it. Get your mind off it. And just in time for him to like get it all painted up and ready for my birthday. It's sweet. Best birthday present I ever had.
Nice. Kit,
Mind
by
you.
the way,
Yeah.
is a first generation Trans Am. When I say first generation, the first of the new ones, Hollywood actually got their hands on a prototype. Like before that Trans Am was even released to the public, they were already modifying one for their TV show.
Okay.
And if you give a
That's
damn, the modern movie with the stoner there of the Green Hornet, they actually broke out the old car they had a couple of fakers used for stunts, but in the actual scenes where it's sitting and stuff and you see it, that's the real deal. That's from the 60s.
Very cool. Now, nobody, I'm not saying this to be argumentative, but Low Specs in the chat has typed in something that I've got a feeling he might be on the right line here, where he said the 66 Batmobile
He's right.
is actually,
Ford Futura modified. That's correct.
Do you remember the old Ford Futura? They never made them, but it had the Batman domes on it. Remember Batman and Robin would sit in the car and they had like their own windshield sort of thing?
Yeah.
That I always thought
Low
as a
spec
kid was
Linux laptop is not wrong. The body is a fiberglass body that was heavily modified by Barris afterwards. The chassis it sits on is a GTO.
Oh, the chassis is a GTO. Oh, okay. I wonder what the engine was in that car. Do you know? Like in real life.
I would suspect it was probably a stock 389. Barris never went crazy on the, modifying that sort of thing.
Right,
Most
there'd
of
be
his
no
movie
point.
cars under the hood were very, very basic.
And that's George Barris you're talking about.
He also,
correct?
one of Georgie's last projects, do you guys remember a movie from the 70s? It was a TV movie called The Car. It was a horror show about a demon car come to life.
Oh.
You know that car's missing, right? They sold it at auction, and it has never been seen again. No one knows where the hell that thing is. There's a few copies of it that have been made, but they're not real. They're not the actual original. And that one, too, is a Lincoln.
Right. The it kind of follows the Stephen King novel, then movie Christine. It slightly, wasn't it? Because wasn't Christine a possessed car, a car possessed by a spirit? And what was that?
Yeah, I always thought that King ripped that off.
Ripped that off, eh?
Yeah, I always felt that way.
that
And by the
was,
way, low-spec Linux laptop also brings up another thing. There were far more than one Batmobile.
God,
He actually used the Futura body that he had made, was used as a plug to make molds to make more Batmobiles.
Right.
So
Isn't
there is
it
an
true?
original, and it is the Futura body. Yeah, and then the rest of them are all popped off. They're all fiberglass pop-offs.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense because I heard, and I don't know if this is just BS talk from the show or this was true, that Adam West, God rest his soul, wasn't the best Batmobile driver. And he did crack it up once or nothing major, but like pulling in, he'd come too close or he'd scrape the fender or something like that. They constantly had to touch up that car. Now, I don't know if that's just Hollywood talk
I've heard that
or if
too.
that was true. But yeah,
I've
you
heard
heard that
that
too.
too. By the way, guys, I'd like to bring up a piece of Hollywood trivia. If you're a car nut, and of course I am, there is a famous Dodge Charger, one that you've seen a million times in a million different bloody movies, and it's a survivor, man. It's been in more movies than a lot of actors. It starts life as one of the cars used in Dirty Larry, Crazy Mary.
Oh,
About
that's a
some
great
bank
movie.
robbers.
That's a good car driving movie too.
They wrecked about 4 or 5 Chargers in that movie, in that film, but it was one of the survivors.
Wow.
It goes on through life to be in multiple TV shows. It's used as part of the Bullet Chase. It's 68 Dodge Charger, by the way, with the little round taillights.
Mm-hmm.
It ends up later used in, it goes through all kinds of television shows and other movies. Most famously, it's Blade's car.
Really?
And then later on, it becomes Dominic's Charger in Fast and the Furious, his dad's Charger. That car has been all over the place and modified to all kinds of different looks. And it's the same damn.
Did nobody mute himself?
I don't know. I didn't meet him.
I would like very much to thank Hollywood for not making it part of the Dukes of Hazzard series, or it would have been gone.
Yeah. How many of those General Lees did they go through in that TV show? Man, they must have wrecked 50 of them at least.
If you watch the show, you'll see that a lot of the General Lees are 68, 69, and 70. I can tell by the changing taillights and the difference in the grills and such. They try to paint them all up to look the same, but they're not. It's hilarious to watch.
Did we just lose Doug?
Did we? Yeah, it looks like we dropped off.
I hope he's not having technical problems.
Well, if you come back, we'll hope to see you back here, D-Day Doug, Viking Doug.
Yeah,
poor
back. Guy, he wasn't getting too much of the conversation there, but
welcome Daniel Brewer. I want to thank you. I missed on the karaoke from Sunday morning. Thank you for the super chat. I noticed so this kind of a way a super chat square up. Thank you, my friend. I'm glad. I'm happy that you had a great time. That's what I set out to do when each time I stream. I set up. I want everybody to have the best time ever. And I know because I'm having the best time ever. I'm enjoying these every stream that I do. Even the movie watches, which I got some great ones coming up this week. So,
just to make a quick observation,
on my own front,
here, Viking Doug wrote in the chat. Yeah, I have other places to be. I'll be back though. And hello to Darius Munchausen. I haven't seen this cat in quite some time. I hope you're well, Darius. Sorry, nobody. You were saying?
Hey, Darius.
Hey, Darius.
There's a property nearby me here. Like I went out today to have a look at what else was out there, and I didn't see anything else. I just had to have. They're selling out everything. The old man died, and he was a serious car collector, mainly Fords. I bought a 1970 Thunderbird with the suicide rear doors, the opera windows, the whole shebang, 429 CJ in it. Yeah, I got it for $500. It's one of those. It ran when we parked it deals.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna drag it
but
home.
It's sat since like 1978 or something. Yeah.
Actually, they said it quit running in like 91, 92.
Oh, really? Yeah.
You know, like, and when I say
Still,
quit
for
running, they
$500
said it was still running, but it ran poorly, so they just drove it in and parked it, and there she sits.
Well, what was the was it covered? Was it protected? Was it left outside?
No, I'm
What
afraid
was
not. It's been out in the open. The vinyl top's all burnt
Ooh.
right off of it. And there's a
Oh,
fair bit of rust. It's gonna take a lot of work. But,
Yeah.
well, gotta have it.
but yeah, no, I totally get that, and I've seen your in pictures. I've seen your spread out there, so you've got plenty of room for car storage where you are, no doubt.
Yes, and I have a nice big shop, and we'll get this done.
Oh, that's great, mate. Great. I'm fucking jealous. I'll tell you the truth, I'm jealous. That's sweet. Nice little
I'm a little
project to work
jealous
on.
because the guy that told me about it, he already beat me to a couple of the other things that are there. Like, the stuff I'd like to buy is already sold.
Yeah.
There's a 1957 Lincoln Continental sitting there.
Oh,
And my buddy Eric bought that one.
yeah.
And
That's a
it's
handsome
actually
car.
in decent shape. It's all complete. Yeah, it's a sweetie. It's neat.
Mm, mm.
There's a 56 Ford Fairlane there, a two-door that's in pieces.
Oh.
And I was like, hey, I know it's in
geez.
pieces. Would you sell it? And he's like, it's already sold. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit. You remember that? Who was that? What was the comedian? Hey, yo, Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet.
That was Dennis. No, that was Shoot, what was his name? For The Adventures of Ford. Andrew Dice Clay.
Andrew Dice Clay did that film,
And
The Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
The Fairlane in that movie is a 57 convertible. The 56 two-door Post that I was looking at is quite a bit rounder. It looks a lot more like a 55 Chevy. Very beautiful, though, both cars.
Sure.
Going back to the Christine car, that was a Plymouth. What was it? Plymouth. We know it was a Plymouth, right?
1958 Plymouth Fury. 392
yeah.
Hemi dual carburetor.
Yeah.
Oh, good memory. I haven't seen that movie in maybe 20, 25 years.
Huh.
I read the book.
I only
too.
know it because I loved
When I
the
was
movie
young.
and I loved the book even better, even though I knew it was a rip-off of the car. But
Yeah.
whatever. It was cool. It was a neat car. So I started searching around and I found one.
You
I
did?
found a 58
Wow.
Plymouth Fury. I was in my late
Wow.
20s when I bought it. And yeah, it was
See,
kind of a pale green
if
color.
if you're a car guy
And
and you
we-
like to restore cars, that would be a great project for anybody to,
Oh, yeah, I had to.
restore it and bring it
It
up.
was the wrong color, but it was the same car.
Because you make it up to be a themed movie car, TV show, counterpart, look-alike. You increase the value, so to speak.
Jesse's got me looking all over hell for a cream-colored 73 Oldsmobile Delta 88.
Oh?
Hmm.
He wants Ash's car.
Yeah. There's not a lot of those left.
Ashes. Oh yeah. Drop
Although-
the Plymouth. Yeah.
I'm sure most everybody in the chat and panel know this. Sam Raimi had such an attachment to that car. That car has made a cameo in every movie he's done, I believe.
Yeah, it's been a lot
It
of
was
them,
Uncle
that's right.
Ben's car in the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, that's right. It was. That's right.
Yeah, and he's kept it. He's kept it all these years in that condition. I mean, like he's worked on it, obviously, or had it worked on at least. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm
But
sure. Yeah.
and Pop Culture Curator types in, although I think we're a couple of minutes behind in the chats, where he says, so it's
Yeah.
like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, except it doesn't fly. Chitty
Yeah.
Chitty Bang Bang, that was a complete, like, not a kit car, sorry. It was it was made for that movie. It wasn't
Yeah.
based on any one car. Had that beautiful boat back end that other cars did have back 75, 80 years ago. I'm trying to remember. I think it's Top Hat, the old Fred Astaire movie. He drives a car similar to that. It's got a boat, like the back end looks like a boat, you know. But very, very pretty. What was the car that had the wooden chassis? The British one, the Morris Minor. I used to buy my weed from a guy that had one of those, and he spent like every dollar he had trying to keep
I
that
think
thing
you're right.
running. Yeah, an old Morris Minor had an oak frame. Like just only the Brits
Yeah, I
would build a
found,
car with a wooden frame.
I found one that's very similar. It's a brother to that. I found an Austin A40 out here. And when the property owners return this spring, I'm going to go have a chat with them and see if they're willing to part with it, because it looks like it's been parked there for years. I had an A40 back in the 80s that I stuffed a Chevy 327 into. You had to sit in the back seat. But boy, was that a fun little car.
I bet. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, you definitely got I remember the pictures you showed me last time we were on Bill's stream together. You got a beautiful bit of property out there, and yeah, I believe you ap room for a shop and plenty of room to sit there and work on cars when you're not busy working to make your pay. You know, you got a great spot,
Well,
no distractions. You can
about
sit down and
retired.
get real work done. Yeah.
I've got a pretty heavy offer on my claims and such, and they want the camp and everything. The lawyers are hammering it out and whatnot. And we got to see how much blood the government's going to want to suck out of all of this, etc. But when it's finalized, I'm done. I won't have to work again.
Oh, good news, buddy. Good news.
So I can spend the rest of my
There we have the car from Bullet, 68 Ford Mustang
Bullet.
GT. Yeah, but that one's green. I wasn't in the one. The Bullet was like a blue color.
No, it was green.
It was green.
Yeah.
No,
pretty
it was
sure.
green. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law bought the Mustang, came out with the redone Bullet, like the 30th anniversary edition or whatever it was. You know, they do that every now and then. They reissue a movie car, and it's beautiful. It's his pride and joy. He loves that little thing.
There's the General Lee in the background.
All right.
You know, for those of you that say to yourselves, I could never own that, that's not true. You can actually go and buy a new stamped steel body from a kit car company. They're actually metal. You can apply for a serial number through your state once the car is assembled, and away you go. And the cool part is you get to build it to your specs.
All right. And that's super cool.
You can also buy a
But-
69 Camaro body stamped, ready to go. They've got all kinds nowadays.
That's great if you got the coin for that sort of thing, brother. Not being a dick here, but I'm nowhere near financially solvent enough to buy the frame for a 69 Camaro and then spend 20 grand minimum in getting, you know, it all built up. But you're right. It is technically possible.
The average
those lottery
cost,
tickets.
like, to do it right and a few junkyard parts and such, I'm not going to lie, it's going to run you more like about 40 grand.
Yeah, probably.
The body parts alone to order them are pushing 20,000, and you don't even have a suspension, interior, driveline, nothing. You don't even have glass yet.
No. Hello, Carla. How are you tonight? Keely Chow,
Yep.
welcome.
Ugh.
Now that is pretty sweet. Like cars today, they've got some good looking stuff coming out. Coming out of Germany and stuff like that. The Audi. What else am I thinking? I was watching a YouTube channel a week or two ago. A couple of concept cars that look just gorgeous. Oh, I saw this Mercedes. My God, it looked like you something fucking Captain Kirk would have driven to work. Like just gorgeous, like so futuristic, so spacey. It didn't get any listing of the specs, but incredible what they can do with imagination and a few dozen $1 million.
I agree with you that there's a few standouts. There's a few cars that are kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I recently heard most modern cars, I recently heard them described as a melted bar of soap from Saturday night's tub. No imagination whatsoever, just a blob.
Yeah. There's a lot of that going on, but I was focusing on some of the better ones and embarrassing myself because as I started saying this, I just drew a blank on specifically what cars I can see them in my mind's eye, but I can't think of what the fuck they are because they're all like,
Well, the trouble
so
is all the
futuristic.
really nice cars, the cool cars, they're out of the
Yeah.
reach of your average person. They're too fucking
Right.
expensive for your average goon
Yeah.
to buy.
Yeah.
Hell, I wouldn't pay that much money for a frickin' car. Not a chance.
No.
Now, I will go out and pay $120,000 for a truck. That's different.
Yeah, well, I assume that's for work, but yeah. No, that is something. I'm trying to think. There isn't really any cars out right now, and no TV series, no show that I can think of that's like a hot ticket item. Not the way it was 20 years ago.
It's true. TV's dead. One of the last cool cars I saw in a TV series. What the hell was that show called? Superstition or something like that. The two brothers running around chasing.
Oh yeah, no, they did
Stuff.
have their whip was,
And they're driving
they
the
had a good whip.
66 Impala, the black
Yes, the
66
Impala.
Impala four-door. That's
Right.
a nice car.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Impala made a beautiful car back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
They did. But yeah, just generally speaking, you don't see a lot of that anymore. Bunch of people
Oh.
recently recommended
Hey,
I
Guy.
check out They Call Me Nobody after I was talking about Sasquatch and some other stuff, and here he is.
Yeah.
Too bad I gotta go. Take care, everyone. Kai, have a great day. Pal.
Yeah, have a great show, Kai. Late night delight with Kai. I
Yeah.
believe.
And he's got a
Starting-
very
yeah.
boss opening to his show. I've told you about that, haven't I, Bill? He's picked a couple of movies he's liked. and
Oh, yeah,
incorporated
yeah,
them into
yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, some nice work.
Decepticons Cave of Villains.
That's a colorful name.
We have a name change. I think it was Decepticon. But welcome, hail.
Hail right back at you, brother. No ants. Okay. Well, we've gone through cars. What about films? Any movies you boys are looking forward to? Anything coming down the pike? Or TV shows? Listening to a couple of guys. I was on Jens Petter's show. I wasn't on the show. I was at his channel watching a few people talk. It was good times. And he was chatting up the new Moon Knight show. I had a
Really?
friend who's seen the first couple of episodes. He says it's pretty cool. He says he's willing to give it a chance. I haven't sat through it yet. Anybody here seen the new Moon Knight? The new Marvel?
No,
Spectacular?
I give up. I give up on anything Marvel. Anything Disney really. I'm just giving up. I might look at the Obi-Wan series, but I'm afraid it's only going to piss me off and upset me more. I just have a strong feeling. I have a strong feeling about that one. That it's going to suck and piss a lot of more people off because it's going to be.
Bill's been,
It's going to. It's going to.
once bitten, twice shy.
It's going to tear the
Yeah.
fabric of space and time, and people are going to be outraged by when they destroy Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh,
And Alec Guinness. Yeah.
What? Alec Guinness? What? He's dead.
They're
How
good.
can you drag Alec
Yeah,
Guinness?
no, they're just gonna tear the character and the portrayal and drag it through the dirt and mud and no, you know.
Well, Bill, you might be right, but I got to tell you, buddy, I try to keep an optimistic, open viewpoint
I
until at least I've seen.
I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it. Because every time
I agree with
I
Bill.
have any optimism,
I agree with you, Bill.
it only leads to disappointment, sorrow, heartbreak, and anger.
Really? How much
Yeah.
is how? Show me on the doll where they hurt you, Bill. Explain to me that. What pissed you off late? Boba Fett was a bit of a disappointment.
Well, let me tell you how disillusioned I've become. I've completely just gotten rid. I do not have a personal TV dish, satellite dish for television anymore. I got rid of it. I won't watch the shit. What I do now is I know this sounds sad, but I watch old TV series. I watch old movies.
No, I hear you. Yeah, so I'm doing the
as a
same
kid,
thing.
really, really enjoyed the Carol Burnett show.
Oh,
The Carol
great
Burnett
show.
show is all over the place online.
yeah.
You can look it up.
Definitely. Yeah. How many seasons did that go? Was it 8 or 10? They had a good run.
I believe 11.
11,
I saw her
I
do
believe.
the end of the run, 11th season.
Right. And remember, Tim Conway wasn't even in the first, 3 seasons? Tim Conway.
That's right.
and
Tim
Harvey
Conway
Korman.
and Harvey Korman come in.
I do think Harvey Korman was there at the beginning, but Tim Conway was a contract player. Like they brought him in a few times, and that's how they got to know him. And just he gelled so well with the cast, they realized they're calling him up every week to come down. May as well make him part of the show. Vicki Lawrence. Vicki was she was a teenager when she started that show, apparently. She was only like 20 when she came up with the Mama's Family bit.
That's right. The hilarious part is her role as Mama. She's the youngest person on the set, and she's playing the old.
Yeah, Eunice and.
Thank you, the epic perspective.
The epic perspective, cool name.
Yeah, look at that. I love that avatar. That's an eyeball looking at you. A blue eyeball.
I get you. Like a cat's eye.
Looks like my cat's eye.
Yeah. Are you celebrating with Sparkly Vampires Marathon? He does that every weekend in the comfort of his home.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what people often come to this channel and they talk about Sparkly Vampires. I have no idea. I have no recollection of any sparkly whatever. I don't know. It's like delusions of grandeur or something. I don't know.
Well, just think, you're only 100 away now from being able to hold a Star Wars marathon.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Absolutely. The ones before the evil corporation of Mouse got a hold of it.
Right. Yeah. I'd say the original.
Even the terrible dialogue. Sand is coarse, it gets everywhere.
I hate sand. I was going to bring that up.
I have the high ground. I'm a Star Wars. It's on my brain, These are the things. Yes. Thank you, Carlo Albanese. Thank you so much, my friend. How's the weather over there in the UK? In Blackpool.
Oh, is that where it's from?
Yeah, Blackpool.
I'd be willing to bet if we're talking the UK, it's fucking raining.
Yeah. No doubt.
What's that about? Mighty Mouse has the Star Wars. Here I come to save the day. Says the actor perspective. I appreciate it. The actor's perspective, aka Jason St.
You don't see a lot of Mighty Mouse anymore, but when I was a kid, they'd run all those old Mighty Mouse cartoons. And what was confusing me as a kid would be that they'd play, and they did Popeye too, like this, but Popeye I could get my head around much easier. I could accept the black and white Popeyes were the older Popeyes, and I was cool with that. But remember Mighty Mouse, he originally kind of came out, he was a very operatic Super Mouse, as it were. He'd sing in opera, sing, "Here I come to save the day. He's a hero on his way." And yeah, he had lots of, I don't know, it's just weird. I haven't thought about Mighty Mouse in years, but.
I remember Mighty Mouse, but I was an Underdog guy. I loved Underdog when I was little.
Underdog.
Underdog was cool. And his technical clone, Hong Kong Phooey. I always thought that was took a dog superhero. Yeah. Which you don't see a lot of Hong Kong Phooey now. I don't think that would last a tenth of a second in today's culture, but
Hong Kong Phooey, it's bring back memories. Make me think of Captain Caveman and the Hanna-Barbera collection.
You know what I stumbled on recently? You know what? I'm going to stick by this. We, not all of us, but many of us grew up with the Warner Brothers, the Merry Melodies. We all have very fond memories of Bugs, Daffy, Foghorn Leghorn, you name it. Like that whole Warner Brother roster. And then that went away for a while. Mm-hmm. And now they brought it back. And what was it, like last week or something, flicking around. And I stopped for a second because like I see Bugs and Daffy. I'm like, what's this? Oh, it's new shit. And whatever, the phone rang or something. I left the TV there. I answered the phone. I came back and I started watching it. Guys, I got to admit, I was genuinely impressed. Most of the time when they bring the cartoons and date them for today, you know, it's, well, most of that shit's under my radar anyway. But like, I got to say, the people that are writing this and the people that are doing the animation have a lot of love and respect for what came before. It's not the exact same. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if any of us of the like age would sit down and watch that, you'd probably say, hey, you know what? They're really trying. They're not, you know, I didn't catch any, they didn't woke it up. They didn't, you know, Bugs Bunny. I think Bugs Bunny was in drag in that episode too. And this was all brand new, like made in the last 2 years. So I was definitely impressed. I can't say I'm watching the show or anything, but like I stumbled on it and I was glad I did. Mm-hmm. And glad to see that they're taking it seriously. The only thing I will say though, if anybody catches it, watch it and tell me if I'm wrong. But the people that are doing the animation now grew up watching Ren and Stimpy, because that's the one place where the animation really changes from the old to the new, is that shit. Like you get a thing where like Daffy's getting his neck squeezed by somebody and like his eyes will bulge out, and then they'll do a close up on his eyes where you see like every vein and like the moisture and dirt coming out from his eyes and shit like that. Like it's so graphic for like 1 second, and then swish, boom, pan back to the silliness or whatever. I quite liked Ren and Stimpy. I thought it was a fun show. The early 90s, Ren and Stimpy. You guys remember what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Jesus,
I
absolute
enjoyed
silence.
it.
How did
My
you guys
favorite
not see Ren and
episode is
Stimpy?
when
Yeah, I see Ren and Stimpy.
Ren will not fucking brush his teeth and he ends up losing all his teeth. And then, then he
right.
pulls out those stinking roots. Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
yeah. The space one, Spaceman Hoek and Cadet Stimpy were always good. And
I think I have the first season of Ren and Stimpy on DVD collection box set.
Oh yeah.
Somewhere packed away.
Don't touch the button. The shiny candy-like button. You want to touch it, but you can't. I gotta touch it. Boom.
Yeah.
It blows up the world. But my favorite one had to be the In the Army Now. You guys remember that one? Where they accidentally joined the army?
Yeah.
And they got that drill sergeant always on their ass? Fuck, I laughed nonstop through that whole thing. there's this one scene where the drill instructor keeps like coming up behind Hulk, and he's like, "Oh, John Jenner, you're this," and the Hulk would basically shit himself because like he just had him on his last fucking nerve. And this one thing, he's hiding out by a tank, thinking he's safe, and then you hear like, and you see at the front of the tank the barrel of the cannon, and then you hear this, "Foomp," and it's the sergeant's lips. He's pushed his fucking face through the barrel of the tank. Oh! Ah! I would have heart attack. I love that. That was so funny. About Stinky's fart. The Ren and Stimpy episode about Stinky, his fart. Okay.
Log.
He's
Log.
just
Yeah.
start
It's
floating in the
log.
wind.
It's log. It's big.
Homeless.
It's heavy. It's wood. It's log. It's log. It's better and bad. It's good. It's funny the shit you remember. That
Yeah.
whole fucking
Powdered
commercial.
toast man.
Powdered toast. I was just about to say powdered toast. The guy would be constantly flying backwards for some reason. I can't remember why. He always flew backwards. Powdered toast man. They brought it back a couple of years ago with Ren and Stimpy's Adult Beach Party. And if
Really?
you look around, you can find it. And the thing that made it the Adult Beach Party was full frontal nudity. Like they didn't step away from it. Just, you know.
Wow.
But
Wow.
it just didn't catch.
That would make you surely go happy, sing the happy, happy, joy, joy song.
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
Yeah, happy,
Happy,
happy, joy,
joy,
joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy.
There were a few cartoons from around those 90s era that were really, really good. I really like Duckman, for instance. And another one of my
Oh,
favorites was
Duckman,
Courage the
voiced
Cowardly
by-
Dog. Jason
Okay, I
Alexander.
don't know much.
And they
Yeah,
had
Jason
Dweezil
Alexander
Zappa
from
playing
Duckman.
Ajax, his dumb son. It was amazing.
Who did Corn Fed? Who did the voice for Corn Fed? It was like right out of the old.
I actually would. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know who I'm talking about? The pig character that was his sidekick, business
Of
partner.
course.
And he was based on like Joe Friday from Jack Webb's old series. Joe Friday or Jack Friday? It's been a long time. Where he had a very mono.
It's Joe Friday.
Yeah, Joe Friday. That's it.
Hmm.
Dilbert. Yeah, I remember Dilbert.
Gilbert was good. Yeah.
Daryl's
But
a
I
big
love
fan
Courage
of
the Cowardly
Dog. Yeah, I've heard of it, but I can't get my mind around it. I can't think of what the fuck we're talking about. But yeah, the 90s.
It's about a
had
very nervous little dog that lives with these two old people, and all the craziest shit you can imagine happens. Hauntings,
Right.
splits in the dimensions, you name it. It goes on
Mhm.
around that crazy old house. It's quite a show.
Okay, was there an elderly woman in it?
Of course. And an old dude. I don't remember their names offhand. I should.
Hmm.
Okay. Dexter's Laboratory.
But
That
yeah,
was,
it's creepy. It's,
popular one. Sorry, I was just reading through some of the chats there. Didi, get out of my laboratory. The same guy, Gennady Tartakovsky. I'm probably butchering his name. If I am, I apologize. Gennady Tartakovsky did the Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, Samurai Jack, and he's come out with this new show. Boys, if you can get a hold of this, it's hard to find. It's the second season's out, but I can't find it anywhere. It's called Gennady Tartakovsky's Primal. The basic concept of this is, how do I describe it? It's basically Conan has a pet dinosaur and he roams the land just looking for shit. that's not exactly it. It takes place it's a fantasy, obviously. We know humans and dinosaurs didn't coexist at the same time, but in this, there was a crossover. And it's like a baby, not a baby, but a young T-Rex and this caveman. And how they meet, boy, it's so hard to describe any aspect of this show, but if you get a chance, Primal. I promise you're going to want to marathon watch the first 7 episodes. They're just so fucking good. The artwork, another thing too. It's not written. Like, there's no script to it.
Really?
He doesn't say, hey, dinosaur, what's up? There's none of that. It's just like grunts and growls. And these adventures that these two get into when they make a friendship formed in tragedy. That group of dinosaurs killed the caveman's family, and when he went out hunting for them.
It's called what? Primal?
Primal. 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 Guys, I promise you watch this, it'll blow you away. It's so well done. It had me mesmerized. I couldn't wait for each episode to come every week. And they put out a season 2. Somebody put it up on YouTube, and I refused to watch it because they did one of those things where they'd show like the corner, then the whole thing, then back to a corner, so the YouTube bot would leave it alone for as long as possible. And boy, do I regret that, because I haven't been able to find season 2 anywhere. But season 1 is up, and you can find that. Primal. Absolute highest recommendation. For an animated
now let's
show.
talk about cartoons that we couldn't stand. I'm going to take one. I know this is going to be unpopular as hell, but I hated Bob's Burgers. That is the most annoying, unfunny pile of crap, poorly drawn, I have ever seen. I can't believe it got as many.
Oh, I didn't hear that last part.
I think he accidentally muted himself.
I can't believe it got as many seasons as it did. It's ridiculous. Who the hell watched that thing?
I
did.
I never watched it.
I watch it on occasion. I can't say I'm a huge fan, but I won't turn it off if there's nothing else on. You know what it reminds me of? Is something, it's not as good as this, but it always reminded me of King of the Hill, in the sense that it was a very quiet comedy about family life. And I'm a big fan of H. John Benjamin, the guy that does the voice of Bob. Have you seen Archer? Nobody?
Archer. I know of it. I've never actually. I think I've seen.
Oh yeah, of course.
Bits and pieces.
I know of Archer.
Of it, yeah.
Yeah, Archer. I really enjoyed the first 3 or 4 seasons. They kind of ran out of a bit of steam. It's not their fault. The whole thing was basically like James Bond, an American spy agency or something. The hero of the show was this really arrogant son of a bitch spy who did happen to be excellent at his job. And then the whole core of characters that came out from that. H. John Benjamin, Alicia Tyler, who ironically enough, they modeled her character on what Alicia Tyler looks like in real life. A beautiful black chick.
Carlo wants me kicked for shitting on Bob's Burgers.
Oh.
Darius Munchausen, heard Primal great. Yeah, no doubt. Your girlfriend likes Bob's Burgers. You had a very visceral reaction to that, and I respect that. I do, because, our tastes, nobody says they all have to be the same. It's not the greatest show, but boy, I couldn't imagine having such a strong anti-reaction to that show. It seems so inoffensive. But yeah.
Well, it is, but at the same time, I found it highly annoying. I didn't like the show. I really didn't. I found very little of it even slightly humorous. It was just awful. And that kind of bugs me. It's like, wow, this is what you're going to throw at us on TV these days? That's right around the time that I basically started giving up on TV. I had it.
Yeah.
All the other cartoons that I really liked, like Family Guy, Simpsons, etc., they were all getting woke.
Right.
And I just enough. I just shut it down. It's over.
Quick hello to Andy Derivative Jill. How are you tonight, sweetie? I'm surprised you're up so late. She was I was down by watching her Orville. If you guys
stream?
aren't if you're a fan of Orville
Oh,
and
my.
you're not watching Andy Derivative's show,
Yeah,
shame
she's
on
going
you.
through the episodes.
Yeah, episode by episode, in-depth analysis, her and
Yep.
pop culture side by side, they make a great team
very
together.
good. Yeah.
and she is extremely knowledgeable about that show, like she
Yeah.
is about Star Trek. That's why her and I get along so well. We're both Trekkies,
Yeah.
but that, and we're also good people. Yes, I don't know. She could be a serial killer. I've never met her.
Hello, Moira Kitty. Meow.
Moira Kitty, hello.
Good to see you. Good to see you. You're up. You're up to your elbows in Kellis PC case. Feel like you're doing surgery. Well, I'm gonna be making my own little PC here in a moment. Can't wait for that. Which I'll probably make a video for y'all to see.
I like how you say I'm doing it in a moment. Like, just hold on, folks. Another 5 minutes, we're going to be getting to Jedi Bill's PC build.
Well, it's because I'm waiting on several parts to still come in. So
Okay, fair enough.
I have the major key components right here, but I'm waiting on other parts. Like, yeah.
Right, fair enough. Just quickly blasting through a few of the chats. Darius Munchausen loves Archer. The Epic Perspective doesn't know these new TV shows. The lovely Sherry, she's seen Primal. She knows what I'm talking about. Great show. Really check it out. Andy Derivative Jill, I'm not sure if she's picking the show she likes or hates, but she gave us a bunch. Blossom, Commander and the Leader, Bubbles. She is the joy and the laughter, Buttercup. She is the toppest fighter, Powerpuff Save the Day. Oh, shit, I'm sorry. Now I understand what I'm reading. Now that right when I got to the very end. I believe these are all characters from the Powerpuff Girls. Bubbles.
Now, I was going to bring that comment up. My daughters loved the Powerpuff Girls.
Mhm.
So it was on. It was there.
Right. Yeah. Same guy did like I said, he did the Samurai Jack show, which I was quite fond of. I haven't seen all the episodes, but there was a neat idea. I kind of think he stole it from an old Frank Miller comic named Ronin. The basic concept is a samurai from the Edo period gets shot like 1,000, 2,000 years into the future, and he's stuck there. And it was an evil wizard or something that did it. Well, the wizard is still around, alive and well, and he's pretty much running the show now. And it's this guy against all his minions and everything like that. The artwork was hyper stylized. It was a lot of fun. Good, solid show, but boy, he topped himself with this Primal. Really was very, very watchable.
Mhm.
Darius Munchausen grew up with Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls. Never could.
The other one I have seared into my brain. There was this, my youngest daughter watched this bloody show constantly when she's a preschooler. It was called The Big Comfy Couch. And there was, this crazy chick and her dolly. And I still have that bloody opening song burned into my brain.
Wow. kind of like that annoying Barney song.
It's Maggie and Molly, a clown and her dolly on the big comfy couch. Oh! Now it's stuck there again.
Hell, you did it to yourself. I hate to say.
Aku means evil in Japanese, says Darius Munchausen.
Oh, Darius Munchausen breaking out his Japanese language
Afro,
knowledge on us.
I
Good
love
man.
Afro Samurai.
Yeah,
Is
Afro
that-
Samurai was pretty cool. That was oh shit, Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, I believe, did the voice of the samurai. The samurai called Afro. Afro Samurai.
It's a piece of cake.
Have you guys ever seen? Now, this won't be for everybody, but I do believe it was the same people that did Afro Samurai, or at least they're the ones that did the core artwork.
Yeah, I'd be back.
Welcome back.
Sorry,
Welcome back. Oh, D-Day,
there he is.
Viking Doug
D-Day.
is back. Yeah.
how you doing, Doug?
I'm doing well.
good to hear.
We're talking about 90s cartoons and old cartoons.
90s cartoons, old cartoons, TV shows in
Uh,
general.
90s cartoon, Batman the Animated Series, one of the best.
Oh,
Mhm.
I hear that. God,
Hands down.
that's one I missed entirely.
No,
Really?
There was a really good series
never
for
did.
Spider-Man in the 90s, too. A
Oh,
damn
that's
good
true.
one.
I forgot about
Artwork
Yeah.
was
that.
excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. Wasn't it the New Adventures of Spider-Man, or not?
And- I
remember
believe you're
Spider-Man
correct.
and His Amazing Friends. Do you
Didn't
remember that from-
they make a Morbius movie recently, which was introduced in the Spider-Man cartoon to begin
Yeah,
with?
Morbius came out. He got his start in Spider-Man in the 70s as a character. The movie has just come out recently, unfortunately, to not glowing reviews, but I think the biggest criticism of it is the biggest criticism of Marvel now, and that is how they'll tank a movie just so they can set up future movies or bring in a special person that they couldn't bring in a Spider-Man movie or a Avengers movie, or for whatever reason. Sad, but there you go.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I do like Venom and all, but that is not Venom.
Right. I was asking before, has anybody seen this show called Black Dynamite? Since I'm
Black
getting
Dynamite.
absolute silence, I'm going to assume no. Black Dynamite
I-
was a
no.
movie, a live-action movie, starring Michael Jai White, who you might remember. Probably his most famous role is he was Spawn in those two movies they made a few years back.
Right, yeah.
He's actually a legitimate badass when it comes to martial arts and stuff like that. Like he's trained his whole life, and to this day he's extremely fit. But the movie was quite good. It was a blaxploitation ripoff. Not a ripoff, an homage, a deliberate homage to blaxploitation films of the late 60s, early 70s. But they turned it into an animated series. And the animated series the first season was fucking hilarious. Black Dynamite is a private investigator who owns something called a orphanage, WHORE, instead of orphanage. It's an orphanage. It's a half whorehouse, half orphanage. And he uses his private detecting skills to battle a city full of evil ninjas. The running joke is, "Ninja, get off my fucking lawn. Ninja, get your ninja ass over here." Well, they're all ninjas. Is evil. There's a whole cast and crew of characters he's got with him. If you had any love for any of those exploitation movies of the 70s, check this out. Black Dynamite. It really is the shit they do. The people they bring out, like this one episode where they got Howard Cosell, who's calling the greatest race in the world, and Black Dynamite with his pimp mobile is taking on some of the greatest racers, and the whole thing was an homage to the Wacky Racers. Cream corn, no!
Yeah,
Darius,
Yeah,
trust Darius
I
to know
love
what I'm
that.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows. He knows.
No.
But yeah, a lot of fun. I think it only had 2 seasons. And to be completely honest, I've only seen the first episode of the 2nd season. And then I didn't have that service anymore. So I haven't checked out the rest. But Black Dynamite, something very different. The complete opposite of woke. It's like a
I'm gonna go check all that out. I'll find it somewhere.
yeah, I'm sure you will, Bill.
There's so many ways to see things nowadays. We're living in good times, and that when new stuff is garbage, look to the old better stuff.
Yeah, I'm going through here. I think Darius and Jill are having their own math jokes at our expense.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
say
they
that.
are.
Because I don't understand it, I'm
E
going
to
to
the
assume it's all
TI
about us.
-1.
E to the, what the fuck, pi I equals -1?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is definitely, they're taking shots at us up here, I can tell. Yep, that equation is the only cool thing in ST Patrick Stewart Darius. Okay, so that's a, what do you call it?
Anaconda malt liquor. Woohoo! Sorry.
Anaconda malt liquor.
What's that?
Kootenai Swopes.
Swopes?
I'm not familiar with that reference.
Neither nor am I. We look forward to your triumphant return, Darius Munchausen, when you can host another hangout by proxy on Monday. Hopefully it will be Monday.
You know, for medical reasons, I've been a little out of YouTube. I had no idea Darius had stopped that. I hope that's not true because
he's had issues with his PC. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been like almost off for 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
He had another great opening too. I loved his opening. The way he auto-tune sing everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody who's on his show. That was always a lot of fun.
Yeah, he would put on this one right here, the little mod, where you could sound like this. Hang on. Wait for it. Oh, no, still waiting. I guess it's not gonna work. Were you
trying to do your Darius Munchausen
Oh
impersonation?
yeah, sounding like this. See?
Oh no, it's on. Keep going.
Yeah. Welcome.
That's just evil, dude. That's not nice.
No, it's not nice. Darius Munchausen. We
Cool
miss hanging out by
1969
proxy.
flick.
Yeah.
I don't get it. What 1969 flick? Putney. Oh, sorry. I just read back here. Putney Swopes. Wow. Yeah, you got me, buddy. I pride myself on my knowledge of film, and Putney Swopes, I'm embarrassed to say, has slipped under my radar.
Mine too.
We were talking about cars and car movies earlier on. Has anybody here ever seen either Vanishing Point or Two Lane Blacktop?
Vanishing Point.
I've seen them both. I love them both.
Yep.
I watched
Love them
Vanishing
both.
Point just the other night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Great movie. Great
Great
movie.
approaching.
Believe it or
Yeah.
not, there's several channels for movies, because it's still the Wild West over at BitChute. So
Yeah.
these people are downloading all kinds of copyrighted material, and they're getting away
Really?
with it.
Really?
So Vanishing
BitChute.
Point is there.
Oh, I think I'm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start a BitChute.
Two-lane
Now-
blacktops over there too.
Vanishing Point, the advantages to Vanishing Point to me are primarily Naked Motorcycle Girl. Can't argue with Naked Motorcycle Girl. She was great. Cleavon Little. That two-lane blacktop does
Look,
not
I gotta
have-
say this about Naked Motorcycle Girl. I gotta say this. I think it's a very sad and indicative of my age when I was too busy admiring the 1968 Honda S90 mint condition that she was riding. I haven't seen one of those since I was a kid.
Yeah. Well, probably. That film was what, 72? 71, 72? I know Two-Lane Blacktop was like the
Yeah, right
last,
in there.
arguably the last great movie of the 60s. Last great car movie of the 60s. But Two-Lane Blacktop had Warren Oates. And Warren Oates fucking rules. And he rules in that movie. He is so GTO. You remember the character GTO? How every time he meets a new person, he's got a new lie about why he's on the road.
Exactly. It's an
Yeah.
amazing movie, really, if you pay attention.
It is. It is. And who's in that? The singer. Oh, help me. I seen fire and I seen rain.
Oh,
James Taylor.
The
James
Wilson
Taylor.
kid, Dennis Wilson.
Dennis
Yeah,
Wilson,
James Taylor is the driver. Dennis
James
Wilson
Taylor.
is the mechanic.
the mechanic.
Yeah.
There's the girl, whose there's a sad story
the
behind
girl.
her too. She actually died quite young and not too long after that
Hmm.
film, as I recall. And GTO, which was Warren Oates' character, and a very early, though not the earliest, but a very early Harry Dean Stanton appearance.
Really?
He plays the.
Yep.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody or tell too much, but definitely Two-Lane Blacktop, Vanishing Point, two great, a lot of fun car movies. I will say Vanishing Point has a sad ending. So I'm not going to tell you what it is, but
Yeah.
you're kind of.
I won't say it either, but for God's sake.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Kinda rough
I
to
want to bring
watch
another
after
cool
that.
little bit of Hollywood trivia up. The 55
All right.
Chevy used in Two-Lane Blacktop in primer, when it's finished and they take the ugly hood scoop off of it, it is
Yeah.
painted black and is Bob Falfa's car in American Graffiti. It is the exact same car.
No. Is that right? Boy, it's been a long time since American Graffiti. That wasn't Harrison Ford's character, was it? Bob Falfa? No.
Yes, it
Bob,
was. Yeah.
Oh, it
That's-
was.
The black 55 Chevy with Harrison Ford in it.
Okay. Right.
Yep. And that's the same car, man, from Two-Lane Blacktop. Like I
No
said, Hollywood
way.
has a habit of keeping fucking cool cars around.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
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 Well, they need them for future films or future projects. They probably have a whole bunch of like 1920s, 30s, old cars for when they do those older movies or they call for it. I was gonna.
If you look
Going
closely at the end of American Graffiti, when you see the 55 Chevy roll over and burst into flames, look closely at the wheels and the rest of the car. It's not that car. It's a stunt mobile piece of shit 55 Chevy 4-door with the back doors welded up and little skinny tires on it. It's not the same car.
You ever see Touch of Evil? The Orson Welles film with Charlton Heston as a Mexican police official, and pretty blonde girl. Not Eva Marie Saint. Was it Eva Marie Saint? Was his wife? As in the movie, in the beginning of the movie, it's got one of the most gorgeous long pan opening shots of a guy. He slips a bomb into somebody's trunk, and then you watch these people get into this car, and then they're driving through late night Tijuana, and they're just driving, and this thing's going to go off at any time. And the great tense moments of suspense. And just as soon as they pull off camera past Charlton Heston's character, boom, the car goes up, and then it's like flipped over on its top, and they run up to the car. It's a completely different fucking car. Like it's so jarring, that one scene. You're like, wait,
Right.
what is this? Another car? Did they get into an accident? Where's the first car?
I hate
What?
it when they do that.
Yeah. Frustrating, but touch of evil. Guys,
Same
if
goes-
you get a chance, Orson Welles, great movie. Really solid movie. I know you think Charlton Heston is a Mexican policeman. What the fuck? No, he sells it. Very good. Marlene Dietrich, and possibly her last great role. I bet Darius Munchausen's seen it. He's got a good taste in movies.
Here's another 80s classic.
Oh, Billy Gibbons, ZZ Top, too.
Yeah.
You
34.
know,
Little 34 3-window. Nice car.
my dad, somebody that my dad went to high school with, built that car for ZZ Top. He
Really?
lived there in California. Yeah, a high school buddy of my father's built that car for ZZ Top.
Huh.
Yeah, eons ago. So yeah, that's a beautiful Sportster. I mean, today I'd be envious. I would love to have that. That is a true hot rod car there.
It's a beautiful car. The only problem I imagine, and I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm not. Granted, I'd be fucking tickled pink tone, something like that. But would be the upkeep on a car like that. Imagine the repair bills for anything on that car must be through the roof. Like, where would you
Well,
get
especially
parts?
when you consider it has a Corvette independent rear suspension. That alone is a bastard to maintain. And then you're getting into all the special engine shit that was done and such to it. And it's like I think it's a Chevy small block that's been heavily modified. You're right, man. You're right. You even blew a head gasket on that thing, and it cost you probably around 10 grand to fix it properly.
Yeah, be a nightmare in upkeep. I mean, you might make it back taking it to car shows and shit all over the place, but then that would be your life unless you were independently wealthy.
Yeah, you'd almost have to be.
Every girl's crazy about a shop.
Yeah.
Man.
Everybody goes about a shop dress, man.
Sadly, that kind of
Damn it.
stuff is out of my league nowadays. It's
Holy
just not
shit.
feasible to own shit like that out here.
No, yeah. That's
Like even my Thunderbird, the Thunderbird I'm going to fix up, but I mean, I really can't do much with it. There's only a few roads smooth enough for a car.
Well, if you did fix it up, I mean, I'm not telling you anything you haven't thought of, I'm sure, but you could always, I'm sure, get it trucked out of there to a safe part to get it on the road, Again, I'm only going by a couple of
believe me,
photos
what
I've
is
seen
in
your
the back
post.
of my head, dudes? I want to get it up and running and make sure it's got brakes and it's safe to drive, and do a little bit, the minimum amount of body work to try and keep as much of the original appearance there. And then I'm just going to ship it out and sell it. I'm going to put it up for sale. Like, goodbye.
Well, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Yeah, still would be a fun car to work on. Build up, great car if you got a teenage son, you want him to learn something about cars to, fucking go to town on,
Sure.
and let him think he's gonna get it right until
See,
the day you
guys, I
sell
got a
it.
bigger project right now.
Mm.
If you've been to my channel, you've probably seen that in this old piece of crap Chevy truck, I own a rippin'est, badass aluminum head, board stroked, roller cammed, big block Chevy. It's 510 cubic inches of 650 horsepower on gasoline. It is bad. I'm going to drop it into a 1964 GMC Suburban two-door that the natives gave me, surprisingly enough.
Really?
It was their grandma's old truck, and they just gave it to me because they like me.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It needs a lot of work, but I'm going to break it down, stuff the big block in it. I'm going to convert it over. I have a couple of old square body 4x4 3/4 tons. So I'm going to grab all the best parts out of that and convert this over to a 4-wheel drive, put the big block in it, and let's go have some fun.
Time to go swamp stomping. Take that to the bush.
Wow.
Oh, sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, you are hearing me. I intend to. There are some mud bogs here in BC. Now that COVID's over, there might be again. It's been 2 years without them.
Right.
And I'd love to take it to a mud bog and fling some muck.
Why not? Great work if you can get it. Without a doubt.
Hey, Yvette. Good morning to you.
Oh,
Thank you, Yvette. Thank you.
the lovely, lovely Yvette.
Yeah. Good morning to you.
See, now Josh Street brings up a good point. Some cars are good enough for restoration if you got the money. Restoring costs the most of all options. Some cars are too far gone. Like this Thunderbird, for instance. The interior's shot. It is shot. There's enough mouse shit in this thing to grow a garden. So all of this has got to come out. And then I send the seats to my buddy Bob. I'll order a carpet. It'll show up, shipped to me. And we'll drop a new carpet. Probably get the headliner redone by Bob as well. He'll do all that shit for me. The dash pad, you're never going to get one. It's cracked, and you're never going to get one. So you take it off, you fill the crack in with some epoxy filler, and you recover it as best you can and put the damn thing back on. It's not original, but it's still a nice car inside. You get me? You go under the chassis, you give it a quick sandblast, have a look at the body mounts and shit, make sure things are safe. How bad is the floor? If it's not too bad, you can just weld in pieces. I've already looked into it. I can get floor pans and trunk pans for this car if I need it. Like the whole damn thing. Just cut it, all the rust out, and weld in the new pans. The frame hopefully is not rusted through anywhere, but that's a possibility I've got to face. And if it is, oh boy. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah. That's
I've run into that before.
But again, like $500 versus the possibilities of what you can do. And I get it too. Sometimes you got to move on something. If you left that for a day, you'd have kicked your ass if you went back the next day and it was sold. You would have been so angry.
When I threw the bid on it, it was like I'd seen only pictures online of the bloody thing, and I went ahead and bid anyway, knowing that if I won, and I did, $500, Jesus, I can sell the bumpers off the bloody thing to someone online for $500.
Yeah.
I mean, that car is as rare as hen's teeth now. Like, I can break that car up for thousands. So I'm not worried about it, man. Every little widget, every little seal in the for the windshield and goofy things like that, it's gold, man. It's solid gold.
Yeah, no, and I know a few guys who grew up working in my old man's auto body shop, and he had a couple of friends that would do that. They just go out to farm country on weekends and pick up some junk or something. As a kid, I thought it was just pure junk, but these guys were a lot smarter than me. They chop it up and sell the parts, for rare vehicles.
Yeah, when I was starting to get into auto body in school, this is in the 80s. I'm a mechanic too, by the way, a heavy duty Red Seal. But in the old days, you couldn't order a quarter panel for, say, a 55 Chevy. There was no aftermarket yet.
Right.
It didn't exist. Mm-hmm. So what you had to do was get a junkyard to basically burn a whole quarter panel off of a car and ship it to you. And then you'd strip the metal you want off of it with we called an air hammer, air chisel. Just brrr, and it would cut through it. And then you weld those pieces over what you've already cut out of the car you're working on. That's how it went down. Nowadays, you can just order those bloody panels online. And here you go. They're fresh. And they're exactly what...
It's kind of a double-edged sword.
Things sure changed.
You can get what you want from, big parts places, LD... I was going to say LDG. No, thinking of the big one in Toronto here. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, most of the body shops you go to now, sadly, there are so few true body men left. Most of these guys, they're parts fitters. And I'm not trying to be shitty or whatever, but like when I was growing up working in my old man's auto body shop, he'd almost never order shit like this. He had men that could take a piece of sheet metal and do the math.
And make a panel. That's how I was taught. You need to understand, dude, I was one of the last people taught how to make a crown with a hammer and a dolly or an English wheel. I knew how to pick and file lead instead of Bondo. I learned all of that right at the end of that period. It was still being taught.
Yeah. And you know what? Good for you, because you got skills that are just, they're not there anymore. And older guys, maybe, but so many of these younger body men today, just talking to them, everything's just order the part. But to be fair, it's got a lot more mass production now. I mean, the body shop owner doesn't really give a fuck if you can make a panel for a 52 whatever, because we're not going to get one of those in. But what we do have sitting here is fucking, 2018 Audi that's had a front end collision, and we need a guy to strip off these parts and we'll have them here by lunch. I used to deliver parts for a while, and it was amazing just compared to when I was a kid, what they can come up with now. They got parts for everything. It's amazing, the back catalog in some of these bigger.
I know. It's crazy. Yeah. Well, I was buying body panels out of a place in Toronto. I don't remember the name offhand. It was Initials. And one day they sent me, they're just like, hey, you've been a pretty good customer. Here's a free catalog. And I'm looking at a 32 5-window steel coupe body that they got up for sale. And I'm like, hey, very nice. I'm sick of trying to find old iron that's all rusted up and in bad shape. This thing's already got a pre-chopped top and it's ready to roll, man. You just fucking build it. All right. So I went ahead and bought one.
Yeah. It's got some powder on it already. It's primed up, ready to go. There's no work to it. I can't tell you how many times I've taken hoods out to people.
I'll be honest, I left mine in the factory flat black for the very longest time. I drove it around like that because it looked great.
I was just about to say, I can't tell you how many kids that I brought hoods to, and you see them a year later and they still haven't painted the fucking thing. When did you paint it? Oh, what do I need to paint it for? It's pre-paint. That's not paint, buddy. That's just primer. That's not gonna lie. Oh well, do what you like. But
yeah, I had a guy come on to me at a show and shine. He says, you ever going to fucking paint that thing? And I went, no, I don't think so. I like it like this.
It does look cool, the flat black, yeah. But I mean, there's nothing to it. You could scrape it with your thumbnail and now you got rust blossoms. Excuse me one sec.
Yeah, but on that regard, touch my car and you're in for a fucking world of hurt.
Oh, yeah, no. But I'm just saying, like the littlest scrape or something. Well, now it rains and you don't notice it. And now you got rust coming up. Nobody wants rust. Nobody wants rust.
I was actually in Prince George here, about 3 years ago. I don't own it anymore, but I had a 79 Ford Bronco all lifted up with a 460 Ford built to the tits in it. Shift kit in the C6, Dana 44s. It was a hell of a truck, man. Great big 38 woolly boogers by TSL. And I had everything. I'd even got new windshield and all new glass for it. It was a beautiful truck. And I come out of the Canadian Tire in Prince George, and there was a bunch of kids standing around it, taking photos of each other, eh? And yeah, they're actually touching the truck. I was cool about it. I'm like, you guys like it? And they're like, hey, is this yours, man? Oh, is this ever cool?
Yeah, there's
like
touching your truck.
There's a reason you build cars, because it's not just for you.
No.
Other people really enjoy them too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Actually, the local Canadian Tire, to me, in the summer has little weekend, bunch of classic car owners and guys get together in their parking lot, you know, and just compare notes and pop the hood and show off what they've done and shit like that. And it's kind of fun. Just walking around talking to those guys. But, yeah.
Yeah, I love that shit. I miss the old show and shines and shit. And I just don't get to enough of it anymore. I'm too busy.
Yeah.
In the summer generally. It's why I'm glad I'm retiring, man.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and the other one that's going to come back is it's been 2 years without snowmobile drag races here in northern BC because of the CUF.
Right.
With any luck at all, next year I'll finally get to play with my dragster sled again. I've been waiting so long. I've done so much work to it. Like, this thing's unbeatable this time. No one's coming close to me. I put a Arctic Cat 1000 triple into an Arctic Cat 600 triple chassis, and it's all stripped down, has a clear plastic blown hood instead of the regular hood. There's no gauges. There's nothing. It looks like an Arctic Cat. You know, it looks sort of stock, but it's not, man. And when you get close up, you look at the tunnel, you'll see I've Swiss cheesed it and polished it. You know, like it's got all holes cut in the tunnel. And I polished the shit out of it to take as much weight out as I could. The bulkhead was acid dipped. I'm running the finest clutching you can buy. I'm running the best carburetors. I'm running the best reeds. I'm running the best fucking pipes. Like, this thing is mean. The last time we track tested it on a dyno, it hit 325 horsepower.
Sick.
Wow. Thank you, Anti-Derivative Jill. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you see there, Bill, you got a whole bunch of good people behind you. You're pushed to 1,000. It's going to happen. It's going to happen quick.
I know.
Oh, you bet.
Well, I think I was predicting last month that I could possibly hit the 1K before the end of April, maybe early to mid May. You know,
Yeah.
so it very well could. I mean, it would be a miracle if it happened by the end of this month, but it seems it would be perfect if it happened in May at some point. You know.
Yeah.
Because
to stay on the car thing, Josh Street says, try putting a Cummins turbo diesel in a Barracuda. I haven't done that, but I have taken a really nice 69 Lincoln Continental Mark III, two-door, black on black. It had a 429 in it. I took the 429 out and put it in a jet boat, and then I dropped a IDI International diesel into the Lincoln. And I'm telling you, that was a cool car, man. It had burned rubber in all three gears. And, oh, my God, the torque it had was stupid. And what's better is now you can cruise around cheap.
That's pretty cool. Bill, feed your damn cat.
They got food. I don't know what his problem is. What your problem is, sir? He just wants attention. He's a one of them cats who craves much attention.
Yeah. Loving the attention.
Yeah.
Right.
And that engine's got a lot to do with why I bought this T-Bird too. If nothing else, I'll yank it out and stick it in a jet boat. The 429 makes an excellent marine engine.
Does it? I can't say I've ever done that. I've seen a few boats set up like that, but never been a part of something like that myself. I wish I had the the cash. I'd love to have a little boat. I don't need anything special, just a little putt-putt. I live in Toronto, so I'm sure you know the geography here. You can't
Right.
really go out too far, but it'd be fun to have a little something that you could whip down to the islands or, take around Scarborough Bluffs or something. Just go out for the day. Always
Oh,
been a
heck
bit of
yeah,
a
man.
fantasy.
I'm a prairie boy, so I'm only a lake hopper. I'm not into ocean and shit like that. Don't get me wrong. But I love boats. They're a riot.
Right. Yeah, that'd be.
They're awfully expensive. Always remember this, and remember that I'm the one that told it to you because I've had older guys tell it to me. BOAT stands for break out another 1,000.
Yeah. Break out another 1,000. That sounds apropos. That's the one thing you gotta have a couple of bucks in the bank if you want to be a serious boating enthusiast, no doubt. Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't see a lot of poor
like I built a
folks
big block
yachting.
Chevy one. It was a Cobra 2. No, I had a 16-foot Cobra 2 made in the 70s. Remember, they're low slung boat, nice little jet boat with, they had the metal flake exterior. This one was blue. And I went and had the boat completely redone, put a Chevy big block in it, bought this beautiful new cool jet from a company in California. It cost me like 10 grand. Put it all together, and on its shakedown run, we're out breaking the motor in, and we're having a little fun. And I'm way out on this giant lake in southern BC called the Shuswap, and the jet blew up. And I mean, we are literally miles from any piece of shore. I had to sit there honking my little air horn at every boat that came near us until someone came by finally and said, "What's up?" And I'm like, "I blew my jet. Can you give me a tow back? Like anywhere. I don't care." He's like, "Sure, man. All right." And thank God. Yeah, it can be annoying, man. Really annoying.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to have to swim for.
Hail to you, Dave Cerita. Hail to you, sir. Good to see you, my friend.
Still one of my favorite avatars, the old Lopan with the
Dave,
glowing eyes.
David Lopan. Yeah, David Lopan. Mm-hmm. Great
What
movie.
a great movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Big Trouble in Little China, fucking classic.
I guess
Classic.
that one could kind of make my Kung Fu Fridays. What do you think?
Oh yeah, no, it would qualify.
Oh, for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
Did you
That's
see?
a Kung Fu movie, absolutely.
I got Kung Fu Friday starting this Friday on Good Friday, and I just chose just because it's Good Friday and I wanted a fun movie. I chose the Kung Fu Hustle movie, so I will be playing Friday when it's scheduled. Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah. Well, that's a good choice too. You know what? That's a people-pleasing kung fu movie.
Yeah.
Whereas, and so many people can sit and enjoy that film, and it goes through so many genres. I think Roger Ebert described it quite aptly as Jackie Chan meets Quentin Tarantino meets Bugs Bunny meets Harold Lloyd.
Mm-hmm.
With all the fucking action, the bizarre, the axe gang, the landlady. She was such a great character in that movie. when she's chasing Buddy down the road and they're using their kung fu to run like Roadrunner.
Yeah.
They're like ripping the road up behind her and she's puffing on her chain smoking her cigarettes as she's running this guy down. Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I got some good ones. 3 days of movies. So I'll be doing Kung Fu Fridays, Action Theater on Saturday, and Westerns on Sunday. So I'll get some good ones lined up for you this weekend. The Kung Fu Hustle on Friday, Clash of the Titans on Saturday.
Is that the original or the remake?
The original 1981
Oh, sweet.
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah,
The good
with
one.
still had Harryhausen.
Yes.
Ray Harryhausen doing all
yeah,
the
absolutely,
effects for that, right?
absolutely, yeah.
Now, on Westerns, Bill, have you done Once Upon a Time in the West yet?
Yeah, he's done that.
Okay.
Didn't you do that, Billy? Once Upon a Time in the West?
Yeah, I've done Once Upon a Time in the West. I still need to do I need to redo the original 310 to Yuma.
Yeah.
But I said because I don't know how if everybody's going to be busy this Sunday with it being Easter and all. So I chose a 1995 Western directed by Sam Raimi, the Quick and the Dead. It's
Right.
a movie about gunfighting.
Yeah, Gene Hackman's in that,
Gene
right?
Hackman,
Gene Hackman, Sharon Stone,
Sharon
and,
Stone.
a Leonardo DiCaprio before he was really he was just up and coming at that point, I think.
Yeah. No. So they're all fun. They're all fun films. I mean, if you haven't seen them in a while or haven't seen them at all, you should all come join me and watch along because it's just fun.
Yeah, definitely.
It's
Great
a
choices.
busy weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 great choices, and also ones that like you said, it's Easter weekend, so some folks are going to be with family, and that's great, and that's important, of course. But good to be able to just drop in and out, and classic ones that we may have seen before, but are definitely worth a watch again. I know I've seen Kung Fu Hustle at least 6 times. I really enjoyed that movie.
I've only seen it a couple, so it's gonna be I don't think I've only seen it a couple times. I haven't watched the Kung Fu because it's so Kung Fu Hustle's so new. It was the early 2000s 2004 I think when that came out.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So yeah, I really haven't seen it all that much.
Did you ever see the movie you did before that, Shaolin Soccer?
No, but that will definitely make since Kung Fu Fridays is now a thing that I'm doing on my channel. It's like there's so many classic Westerns, modern Westerns,
Mm-hmm.
to do, Yeah.
One modern Western I haven't seen, and I want to, although I've heard mixed reviews on it, but I still want to see it. I believe it's called Cowboys versus Aliens. It's got Daniel Craig
That's
and
like
Harrison
a sci-fi.
Ford.
Yeah.
It's good. Trust me, it's worth it. The CGI, it's a little old. It's kind of dated. You can tell right away, on the aliens. But it's still, overall, it's a rocking little fucking movie, man. You should see it.
That was 2011, I think that one came out.
Was it? Yeah.
Or
I missed it for whatever reason, and it's one of those ones I've been, wanting to sit down and give a serious watch to, because I like the premise. I like a good, fun movie. Occasionally, don't get me wrong. I love a straight up Western. I love a straight up sci-fi movie, no doubt. But the idea of joining them together, that sounded kind of neat too. Cowboys versus Aliens. Just the title alone sparks the imagination.
Yeah.
Well, they could have actually named it Cowboys and Indians versus Aliens, because that's, I don't want to give nothing up, but you'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, there's another. It's a modern, very, very modern Western. It was only here a couple of years ago. I think 2016, maybe 20. That I want a initial show on my Western Cinema Sunday. Hell and High Water. It's
I've
called it.
heard of that.
It's a modern Western. It's a modern Western.
Hell and High Water, or Hell or High Water?
Hell or High Water
Okay.
from
right.
2016. Yeah. So yeah, I've got a list of westerns. I'm having so much fun watching the, like last week I did Sons of Katie Elder.
Yeah.
That was it was a slow burn, but it was a good movie and all in all.
Oh yeah, no, classic. Who was the young guy in that? That wasn't the one with what's his name, Ricky Nelson. Was it?
Hang on, let me. It stars
am I
John
thinking
John
of,
Wayne, Dean Martin, Martha Herr, Michael J. Anderson,
Pollard. Oh, Anderson.
Earl Hoffman, Dennis Hopper was in it.
Whew.
Dean Martin played Tom Elder in that one.
No, what was on tonight was Stagecoach, the old John Ford, John Wayne, Claire Trevor classic. That was a really good movie. I love Stagecoach.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to get to that one.
On the subject of cowboy movies and especially John Wayne, just last night, I hadn't watched it in probably 30 years. We all know the Rooster Cogburn movie, the first one, Cogburn, True Grit, with John Wayne. They made a second one in 1975 called Rooster Cogburn with Katharine Hepburn as a Bible-thumping kind of weirdo. That same idea. They murder her father. They go on a hunt looking for the bad guys. Great movie. Just check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, can't knock John Wayne cowboy movies. I know a lot of people think of it as that's my dad or my granddad's movies, but don't sell yourself short. He put a lot of effort, and especially the John Ford westerns. John Ford is arguably the greatest director ever to come out of America, and I know a lot of people will scream at me, but what about Steven Spielberg? What about Quentin Tarantino? You know what? They owe a lot to John Ford, both those guys. Akira Kurosawa, arguably the world's most famous director, maintains his single largest influence was John Ford. He loved John Ford movies, absolutely worshipped the guy. Knew his work backwards and forwards, and rightly so. And John Ford too. Don't just sell him off as a cowboy director. Some of his best movies had nothing to do with cowboys. How Green Was My Valley, or Mr. Roberts. Oh, I love Mr. Roberts. That's a great movie. You know what I'm talking about, boys? The Henry Fonda, Jack Lemmon, James Cagney film about a guy stuck on a laundry
but
ship.
boy, it's been years. I'll bet you I haven't seen it since I was a kid. And even then, it was already an old movie.
I think it came out mid-50s, early 50s, because Jack Lemmon was still a kid back then. Like, he was in his 20s when that came out. James Cagney was kind of getting on, but who else was in that? William Powell. William Powell. If you ever watch any of those olds from the mid 30s, and I know not everybody here is into older films, so just bear with me. Myrna Loy, William Powell, the Thin Man series, one of the great early film series. Yeah. There's several.
No, dude,
played this.
Look, I'm no biblical or I'm no encyclopedia, Britannica on the old stuff, but I really love it. There's a few movies that really stick out that I loved, and it's what got me into the old black and white genre. And Metropolis comes to mind.
Fritz Lang.
Nosferatu. Nosferatu
Nosferatu.
scared the living hell out of me when I was a kid. And they
Bill
played
played
that
that at
as a
Halloween.
Saturday afternoon creature feature.
Oh, really?
Huh.
Bill had the restored version on at Halloween, I think. Didn't you, Bill?
What the
Nosferatu?
yeah, yeah, I did it. I don't know if it was restored, but it was a version of it. Yeah, we did that last October. That's right. Certainly.
Yeah, I got a copy with the music of Typo Negative over the top of it.
Oh,
It's
really?
really pretty cool.
Have you seen the copy of Metropolis where they substituted rock and roll music? Throughout
Right,
it?
that's from the 1980s. Yes, I own a
Yeah.
DVD of it. I also own the original with the orchestra. But the one from the 80s is nice. It's got good music to it. It's one of the last times Freddie Mercury makes brand new music.
Well, didn't he do Radio Gaga
he wrote a
for
lot
that?
of songs for that, eh?
Yeah.
What's that?
Didn't the
Radio
song
Gaga.
Radio Gaga.
What the hell was the other big one? Bonnie Tyler did a bunch of music for it. That was a huge soundtrack, man. Lots of people.
Yeah.
wow. Sounds great.
And yeah, the movie's really good to that soundtrack. It really is.
Cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a very long time.
And then again, I loved the 1933 King Kong? That
Oh,
movie was great.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved it as a kid, and I still like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it holds up to this day 100%. And Faye
Oh,
Ray, God bless her.
You're making me want to do a watch party of just that movie. I'll do it just because. I love me some King Kong and Godzilla movies.
You need
I
a
really
big
do.
monkey night.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we'll call it. Big Monkey Night. We'll play the
Mighty
original,
Joe Young?
the original King Kong and the Mighty Joe Young, the originals.
Yeah. Who was that? That
Yeah,
was
the original
Ben
Mighty Joe
Johnson
Young's good.
Yeah,
with Ben Johnson, the
the
Western
remake,
actor.
the remake with Bill Paxton wasn't terrible.
Wasn't that Charlize Theron?
Yeah, Charlize Theron on Bill Paxton, the late
Right.
Bill Paxton, William Paxton.
Right.
Guy died too early. He was
Oh, way too early.
in
He's only
surgery.
like 61 or yeah.
No, he was 50. He was in his 50s. He was like 52 or something.
No, he's not 52. I'm 50 fucking two. There's no fucking way Bill Paxton was 52.
When he
did I say
died?
52? 32. I'm 32. Bill Paxton can't be 52. But yeah, what was I thinking? Oh yeah, talk about Faye Ray. She had a number of great movies to her career that kind of fell under the wire for today's viewing audiences that I really think some would take off. And two off the top of my head, Dr. X, Michael Curtiz, same guy that filmed The Adventures of Robin Hood and Casablanca and 24 other classic great movies that we all have heard of. Did this film called Dr. X with Lee. Shit, I forgot his name. He was kind of comedic actor back in the 30s. But boy, this is when they were just discovering like how to put color onto film. And they had something called the two-strip process, which combined the colors blue and orange.
We lost
hadn't-
Bill. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. We lost Bill Paxton in 2017, and he was 61 years of age.
61.
He was undergoing surgery at the time,
Yeah.
and died to anesthesia complications.
Yeah.
You know, it's just in surgery, and that just shows you how much life is fleeting. You know,
Just how fragile it is, sure.
yeah. I mean, his loss was a major shock, and it still is to me to this day. I mean, he was the guy. Game over, man. Game over. I don't know.
Why don't you put her in charge?
I don't know if you've been peeking up on current events, but we just got our asses kicked.
Yeah. He did a great fucking guy losing his shit, but he had some good movies too. Twister, that was a fun movie, fun popcorn movie. He was Titanic. People forget he was in Titanic. He was in the segment of the movie that took place today. Well, in today's time, roughly.
And as the ship was sinking, he was yelling, "Game over, man! It's game over!"
Game over. He was in the original Terminator.
Yeah.
He played one of the punk rockers
That's
that
right.
Schwarzenegger beat the shit out of.
He said, "I need your clothes." What did he say?
There's another movie I watched just the other night that keys together to an old black and white movie. I watched Weird Al Yankovic's UHF
Oh my
the other night.
gosh.
It's on BitChute.
Yeah.
You know, remember the scene? You know the crazy Raoul that throws animals out the window? It's Raoul's Wild Kingdom. We're gonna teach these poodles how to fly, man. And he just whips them out the window. When he's got new animals coming in the next day, there's a scene where he says, he's like, "What you got for me, man?" And they said, "Oh, we got some flamingos, we got this, we got that, we got some porcupines. Oh, and we got 3 badgers." And he gets this horrid look on his face, and he goes, "Badgers? Badgers? We don't need no stinking badgers. Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
Yeah.
We don't need no stinking badges."
Yeah.
Now, here's the great part. The actor that said that is the father of the actor that played Raoul.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, like this was all a big thing, keep together in this damn thing, and a lot of people missed it.
Oh.
Okay, Dave has some trivia for us about Bill Paxton.
Lay us on the knowledge.
Curious to hear that.
Yes, lay it up.
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah, man, but it's a dry heat.
Yeah. Yeah, man, but it's a dry. Yeah.
Okay. Where's the trivia? Set us up with the knowledge.
Hudson,
I think
sir,
maybe we're supposed to guess what that line is from.
Oh.
That's another Aliens quote. I think. Yeah.
No, hang on.
Yeah, that's another
but it's a
Aliens
dry
quote.
heat.
Because he's talking about the.
Oh, when they were going down to the nuclear reactor at the
Yeah.
on LV-427.
Yeah. Yep.
It's hotter than a jungle down here. Yeah, but it's a dry heat. Yeah, maybe. Okay, that's cool. Lee Pace, Darius, because Darius was just responding. Darius got a very good movie knowledge. I'm always impressed with when I start rambling on about older films. He's always front and center there. One of the few guys that I know that's to this day an Ernst Lubitsch fan like me.
He was the only movie character that was killed by an alien, a predator. And a Terminator.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, that'd be absolutely right.
That is true.
Predator 2,
That is
Aliens,
absolutely true.
and the first Terminator movie.
Uh-huh. That's right. He met his death so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was in that Predator too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you watched. He did a show on HBO called Big Love that lasted more than a few seasons about the
Oh yeah, it did well.
bigotry of the Mormons. I guess Mormons.
Well, I'm not sure if they
life.
consider it bigotry because they're like that's part of their religion, right? Like
Yeah.
they're not deliberately flouting laws. They're just practicing what their belief system is. But yeah, multiple wives, shit like that. I think there's a reality show. I've never seen it, but called Sister Wives. And for a while, I was confusing that with Bill Paxton's
Yeah,
Dealio.
Big Love.
Yeah, Big Love.
It's called.
Oh boy.
It was Palmer was Darius chimes Munchausen chimes in that Big Love was about Pomeranian Mormon family. My mom watched Sister Wives. He said
Polygamorous.
polyamorous. That's one of those hard to pronounce words. Polyamorous
Well,
means
okay,
multiple
then-
relationships with
then Darius spelt it wrong
multiple
because there's
partners. Multiple partners. Yeah.
wouldn't polyamorous mean you're attracted to more than one person? Amorous?
I think that's why it's called, because you actively have multiple relationships with more than and I don't know if it necessarily pertains to the opposite sex or the same sex. It's kind of a hard to find
No,
word.
Yeah, I think you're describing pansexual there, but yeah.
I don't even know. I don't even know anymore.
Polygamorous.
I don't have any. I'm not one of those. I'm not a young.
Oh, Billy, you'd be that guy in a second if the opportunity presented itself.
I
For you to have half
I
a
don't
dozen
have.
wives
I don't
running
have.
around
I don't have pronouns.
heating up your pizzas for you. So you don't have to. You'd be the first in line. Oh my God.
Send her to the store to go shopping.
If you'll
Very
allow
good.
me to share that photo, it's the Thunderbird I bought.
Oh.
Why can't we? Why can't I see it?
There
I
it
know
is.
she's pretty rough, but
See, I'm just enlarging the picture here. Oh yeah. That's tragic. But yeah, the suicide doors are right there. That's beautiful.
yeah, she.
Didn't the
Yeah,
didn't the
it's a sad
Thunderbird have
thing. It's been sitting a
chrome,
long time, man.
Didn't it have chrome trim over the wheel arches? Am I mistaken there, or am I thinking of an older version?
I don't know for sure. I don't know about every model. I'm not even sure. There were two models of Thunderbird, one was more performance oriented and the other was more luxury oriented. And I'm believing this is one of the luxury ones. And I think you're right. It's supposed to have wheel opening arches, but they're probably long knocked off by rocks here in northern BC.
Polyamory or polyamory is having relationships with multiple people. Polygamy is being married to multiple people. Yeah, I apologize. I don't have my glasses on. I was reading that wrong.
No worries.
Polygamy. He spelled it phonetically for us. Thank you for leaving the word idiot off the end of that
Darius
sentence.
Munchausen. Darius Munchausen. You need to get back so I could sing some more. So you can sing some more Rammstein. I love it when you sing Rammstein in the German. He does it so well. You do.
The chairman of the board.
You know what? I started watching because I didn't watch when it was on. I started watching the Sopranos. I started watching the old Sopranos episodes.
Oh yeah. Getting back into that, eh?
Mm-hmm. And I'm also gonna start watching Reacher, and I'm gonna review each episode after I've watched them.
Yeah, I've been telling you about that for a while. Reacher was a really good show. I
Because
really
people
think
say
you'll enjoy it.
I think I will too. My dad liked it, so keep on hearing about it. There's never a shortage of stuff to watch. Even modern new some new shows are a-okay still.
Yeah. No, that's not everything is garbage. You know, it's you gotta look. You gotta take a bit of a risk sometimes.
Pick and choose your content quality.
Yeah. And it is. Billy, it's 3:36 in the morning for me, brother. I think I'm gonna have to turn in.
Sounds good, my friend. Yeah.
But it was always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Coming out on your show.
It's been fun. It's been fun. We have some really great conversations tonight.
Oh yeah, we did. And thank God nobody showed up to keep us on cars for as long. I think that's the longest car conversation we've ever had on your show.
Yeah.
Right.
But that was fun.
Well,
yeah,
no,
hey, we talked about cartoons a lot too.
That's right. That's right. And notice the word car is also in the word cartoons, though. So.
Yeah.
No, I'm just teasing. But yeah.
Like 2.5 years
There used to be a great magazine called Cartoons.
Yeah, I remember that. I do.
Cartoons. The only thing would have been they had to do some a car karaoke.
Car karaoke. Well, what's his name does?
Well, you could. There's a whole bunch of car songs. Little GTO, Little Deuce Coupe, Hey Little Cobra, my God, Jan and Dean's, what the heck was that one called? Dead Man's Curve. There's another great one.
No. Yeah. Oh, that's such a sad song.
It is. Because it actually happened to poor Janet.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll let you fellas get on because I know it's late.
I just want to say a quick good night to all the wonderful people out in chat because boy, they've been keeping their end up all night.
Absolutely.
Bill. Absolutely.
Darius, Dave,
Josh,
Phil and Phil, Philip Gaming.
Philip Gaming was by Yvette,
Jill, Dave, Serta, and
Antiderivative Jill.
Yvette dropped in to say hello.
That's right, the Random Menace.
The Random Menace. It's been my moment, Random Menace, but it's always great to see you, my friend.
Yeah. He's got it right. Yeah, no. It was a very good show. A lot of fun. A lot of fun we all had tonight.
Yes, we did. Y'all have a very good evening and have a good it's now hump day Wednesday. Enjoy your hump day. I know
from Canada.
Yes. Later on karaoke tonight. Later on karaoke this evening. Karaoke Wednesday. Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. We hope to all see you back here later this evening. Until then, y'all have a great rest of your day, folks. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jedi Bill. With me is the son of Red Shirt, who says, all right, till the next time. Later, folks. Have a great day. Bye.
Take care, everyone.